Okay, I am live and let's see. Last stream was August 2000 time ago. Um, by in real life stuff, which if you were part of our Discord, that I was in college and I was finishing bachelor's in science. Thankfully, I am done. So, God woohoo! And that is so. That being said, let's move on to this quote unquote special stream. It is a special stream. Uh, First off, let's start out with ESAs that I was telling everybody that I was talking about in Discord. Uh, First off, I'd like to encourage everybody who's part of this Discord to dive into game design. To design is, and I want you to learn game design is. Design something. Playing a game and designing a game are two totally different things. You can play a game all day, but never design a game life, and it it can uh, it can affect the way you see games once you design some. My laptop is closed, which is weird because I didn't really do much of a stream test this morning, so I don't know if my stream is actually going through. Anyway, so yes, please dive into game design. It opens up your mind and makes you look at video games in a different way. And sometimes it makes you appreciate games more. I know of people who went into game design and actually hated it, and it helped them appreciate games more because they know how hard it is to design a game. Game design is not for everybody. All right, so the next point I'd like to make for this PSA is I'd like to encourage everybody to ask questions. Asking questions is completely fine. I know I say that 2D Fighter Maker 2002 not real coding, but it's still something that is not familiar. It's game design, yes, but in a very easy format. Ask questions if you do not know. There is no shame in asking questions. Yes, there are certain people, uh, admins and some veteran users who go, that question's already been asked, or that's a little repetitive, we're getting tired of this, or they do some kind of outside the box answer. Yeah, I understand that's a little disheartening, but I still encourage you to ask your questions because the only way you'll learn is sometimes to ask questions. I laptop Adobe, I'll do that. Right? Um, if you end up getting someone who gives you a cryptic answer, push your question a little more. Say you don't understand what they're saying. You don't understand what they mean by that. Yeah, they may be a little annoyed, but me personally, I mean, one of my goals in life, I'm a lot younger than I sound. I'm a lot you think. One of my goals in life is to be a teacher. So I don't mind teaching. I don't mind sitting down and teaching people how to do things. And that's another reason why I do these streams because I want to teach how to do these things. And that, shut up, Twitch. It says here on my laptop that I'm. Yeah, I see a live stream, so I guess I'm live. Right? Um, so yeah, please ask questions and probably put a link to the Discord. I'll do that somewhere. Twitch video. Now, the next announcement I'd like to make is that admins and I are actually working on a wiki for 2D Fighter Maker. Hey, I see someone. How did you manage to run to the FM 2002 on Windows 10 without crashing? Well, there's a couple of things. So, my God, my second screen is terrible. Nope, MV. Okay. Yes, I really had to slide that on my other screen just to read. I don't know why my text on the screen is terrible. Alright, so first things you want to check for 2DFM is where where are you downloading it? So I know even if you got past this part, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to start from the beginning. So when you download 2DFM, let's say it's to your desktop, normally Windows 10 is going to delete it. And here, Windows Security. So you got to go in your Windows Security and set an exception somewhere around here. That's why I wrote it Discord, because self. Here we go. Settings, advanced, privacy. No, no, I'm just gonna do what I did. Settings. Oh, that's Chrome. I'm sorry. Security Center. Security Center, virus threat protection. Add, remove, switch. Somewhere here. Loud threats. There we go. So obviously put it in here first. Make sure that it's getting through, and make sure that you only put. I don't recommend putting an exception on your desktop. You are asking for trouble all if you do that. But once you put the exception here, Windows 10 will allow a download. If you're using Google Chrome, again, go to our Discord, uh, go to the FAQs and refer to that so you can see how to let it through. I have downloaded multiple times the same link of 2DFM that is in our Discord. It will always ping in the virus, and I have not once had an issue. So if you're still paranoid, well, I'm sorry, then you can't use it. But I can openly say, as one of the people who have downloaded it, it works. Alright, so once you get past the virus software, next thing you want to do, check, which it varies for people. I will get to the right eventually. So go to your 2D Fighter editor, right click, properties, and you're going to do the classic compatibility. You're going to run this compatibility mode, run whatever service packs works, and sometimes you might need to run it as administrator. So if you if all those fail, then we might need to deep dive further, but those are usually the things that can get you running. I usually get crashes if I say I want to switch from Fighter Edit G-Edit, for example. Oh, so that is another issue in itself. Okay, so Fighter Maker is old and switch from Fighter Edit to background. I've experienced that only when I had. Okay, so then you're good on that part. But if you're getting in there and you're actually crashing within 2D Fighter Maker, um, first off, I would check your files. So, are you making a brand new game, or are you trying to edit a pre-existing game? Coffee. Up like 30 minutes ago. Gammas. Yep. Because if you're editing a pre-existing game, then you might have an issue where one of the files is corrupt, or it might be too big, has too many things in it. If you're making a brand new game and you're switching, then that is another issue in itself as well. I've finished characters, gonna make a BG crash. Okay, so you are editing game. I would say, um, I would say if obviously since you're crashing a lot, you're probably saving where you're at. I would say first, yeah, remove all your characters from your file to and put them in a safe place. Not outside of the exception folder, otherwise they're going to automatically get deleted. But make a new folder in your exception folder. Throw your characters in there, like copy and paste it over there. Then delete all your backgrounds, your stages, and all that. And see what happens. You might get an error saying it can't find this, but I made a brand new game but imported. Ah, okay, nope, that's the issue. There we go. So by importing that demo.kgt file from a resource pack, it's looking for things that don't exist. That's why you're crashing. So even if you have even if you like say take all the characters, take all the stages, take all the sound or whatever, and throw that in the folder and open that demo.kgt, if you don't have literally every single tiny thing, and sometimes you do have every single tiny thing, you're going to experience crashes like that. So I actually recommend instead of using that demo.kgt, um, just uh, just make a brand new game and put all the files in there. Yeah, don't use that old one. Like make a brand new game and all your resource files just put into that game. It's a little more labor intensive, but that's less likely to crash. Make sure. Yeah, AGTs are the ones that control everything. So if you don't have if you don't have a demo file, a stage file, player file, whatever, it will mess with everything. So I do not recommend having that. Yep, try that, and if there are more problems, well, I'll be streaming for a while. Okay, so back to the PSAs. Was I? Oh yeah, I was announcing a wiki. We are going to make a wiki, and it will be developed over time. It will answer. Well, this one's a but Notepad was a more specific question, but it will answer basic questions like what is a variable, how do you use a variable, how do you use this function. So it will be a nice book, updated book of Mag Launcher's book that will be updated over time. Uh, we may, right now it is authorized users only. We may add volunteers later. We don't know yet, but I am aware at least that most wikis strive because there is a community, and we could set it up where anyone can edit it, and then a select few will just monitor, like, oh, this guy's clearly just posting BS because he wants to. But it's not ready yet, not available yet. But yes, we are making a wiki, and the problem here is none of us have ever made a wiki before, so it's gonna take a little bit. But yes, we are trying. Yes, we are trying to encourage this community. So hopefully that will get no, get the wheel rolling for certain people. Yeah, yeah. That's why we want to update Mag Launcher's book a little bit. I mean, also there are certain things that are a little too wordy. Uh, it goes into specific like there's a there's a psychology in writing things, and I am not a writer, so when I read that, I'm just like, whoa, what's going on here? And sometimes it takes me a while. Either way, we're gonna use that as a template and add on other things that he may have skimped on because there might be things that like, oh well, this is a basic function, so you should already know how to do it. We're gonna explain what that basic function is, but that will lead to a lot more on the Discord where it's just like, what does a attack frame do? We'll direct you to the wiki. Not to mention, like, come on, you're trying to make a fighting game, you don't know what an attack frame is. But anyway, my grievances aside. All right, So the next thing I would like to announce is we are doing our first contest as a community. So the contest is very simple. All you have to do is make something, and I just realized that I need to repeat that because I need to go to OBS and record myself saying this. Ah, fuck, I didn't record from the beginning. Good job, me. I gotta download this from Twitch. Alright, start recording. Okay, so there will be our first community contest that I am announcing now. God, that is awkward. I should have scripted this better. And the contest is very simple. All you need to do is make something. Now, when I say make something, of course, it has to be game related because we are a game design Discord. Category does not matter. You can make something as long as it's within game design. So this counts, whatever counts. I just woke up 20 minutes ago. Come on, you can talk. Concept art, sprite sheets, uh, functional games, etc. All those count. So anything that has to deal with game design will count for this contest. Now, because there is a difference in effort, i.e., making concept art versus making a full game, limits will be applied. So, if you submit a full game as an entry, it will be denied. So you cannot turn in a full FM Fighter game because that is a full game. You cannot submit more than one category, so you cannot submit concept art and a fighter maker game, or a fighter maker character, I should say. And because everyone's at a different level in terms of skill, programming, and design, etc., we will try to our best to judge by effort as well. But there is no guarantee that you know you'll be able to see everything. All quality will be considered. So if someone makes this very beautiful concept art versus someone, hey, look at that, versus someone who made a game, well, we will try to judge things fairly, but it is what it is. So the admins will not participate in this. Admins are going to be the judges. So you do not need to worry about us like tipping the scales or anything in our favor or yada yada. And the prize is an RPG Maker MV key. So it will be free and you will get the key code and you get a free copy of RPG Maker MV. And hey, even if you don't know RPG Maker, you have no interest in RPG Maker, maybe this is your chance. Get the free key and maybe, you'll get interested in RPG Maker and you'll make your first RPG. Where is So I'll stop recording that. That's the announcement. Now, are we ready to go? Other last minute announcement. Okay. So, um, originally this stream was supposed to feature Kisuke and I, and we were supposed to have like small conversations, yada yada. But because of time restrictions, I had to move things. I know he's on spring break now, but actually he might be in perma spring break. Oh no, he's on all online. Not, I don't remember. But due to the virus outbreak and apparently I'm not going to say the full name because apparently that there is whatchamacallit, I would get in trouble by saying the full virus, but if you live under a rock, go to Google and type in virus outbreak and you'll know what I'm talking about. Uh, but yeah, that virus outbreak, a lot of colleges are closing. I know my colleges are closing. A lot of public events are going private because of that. Uh, a wrestling federation, I'll say, with the biggest wrestling federation, I'll say, is did their first indoor private uh, wrestling event because of the virus. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Kisuke, but I hope safe and I hope everybody else is safe as well. So, according to my stream outline, there's supposed to be open questions, and it's supposed to ask. It says ask anything, even about the admins. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure anyone would have done that already. But let's see, waiting for good Shining Force or Fire Emblem RPG templates. All I can do now is edit a Lona sprite. Yeah, but sometimes you'll be waiting forever. But not to put a damper in what you're saying, but I know like I had when I was in middle school, which was more than a decade ago at this point. Me and my brother wanted to make an RPG. I found RPG Maker and uh, I got started, and well, I only got started. None of us knew how to make sprites. None of us knew how to take a. Okay, am I back? Yeah, I'm back. All right, so let me just extend this wire so I'm not hunching over my computer. I forgot to mention at the very beginning of this stream that I'm actually using my gaming headset mic because, like I said, I was expecting more conversation. I was gonna do a I was gonna hop into Discord and just sit in general chat, which you know what I'm gonna do anyway. Hey, if anybody wants to talk, I'm also in Discord. Whoop-de-da. Um, yeah. So I'm also in Discord. If anyone has a headset, you can join me there and talk to me, ask me questions, and I can demonstrate them live, whatever. I am gladly willing to do that. Anyway, so I'm not using my normal headset because of that. Now, let us do this normal FM second stream. So, I will start. Okay, so for today, we will do exactly as the title says. We'll look at detections and conditions. It's sort of intermediate. So, let us review what we know about detection and conditions. So, detection, small, slide that over. Detection, first off, I'm hearing something stalking me in Discord. Okay. So, detection, it works in two ways. There is the simple hurt box that we all know and love that we use. And then there is detect skill, which has a random condition, and as once this condition is met, you can direct the skill to go somewhere else. So we've been using these in sort of a cookie cutter build. So I would say in order to make a jump, you need a movement, a gravity, a loop, and put this detect skill, put a landing, and once they land, put it on the landing frame. And then you get a jump animation. So we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive into that and look at what each one can do and how it may open up things for your game. Now, the other thing I'm going to feature in this stream is I found a resource that is very basic, and I'm going to be using it. That way, I'm not using DFO sprites, I'm not using King of Fighters sprite. It is a neutral sprite that everyone can understand, and um, there's no discrepancy. So it's like it's not a Street Fighter sprite, it's not a King of Fighters sprite, etc., etc. It is a basic stickman. All right. So this part I'm gonna breeze through because I have tutorial videos in YouTube already. So let's add an image. That is incorrect, you dum-dum. Okay, we're going to go to BMP. We're going to add the image in, I think this one is neutral. So we'll slide over and we're going to put it in. There we go. So now we will add, nope, remember how to do this. You can do this. You're the teacher here. You're in control. Right? Walking animation. Terrible, but there we go. I'm going to press the green one for next frame. Green one for next frame. Animation. Yeah, that looks pretty bad, but we're going to go with it because neutrality. We're Greenland today. Make the wait time 10 frames. Yeah, it looks fine. Forward. Let's do, I don't know, 2? 4? Yeah, that's a little fast. That one. Yeah, I guess that'll work. And we will just reverse it for simplicity's sake. Or move backwards. And negative. Go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is add our detect frames. So the fence frame is a basic detect frame. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody has just like, okay, we're going to draw a box, hit all of these, and now he has a detect frame. Yeah, that is true. That is great. It works just like that. Except there's a lot more you can do with this. So, let's take a look at this. I've gone over what each one of these 3 options do. I think someone is... I think I might be interrupted soon, but that's fine. I'm going to keep going. Striking, and it may be translated differently for you, so just line it up on each of your clients. Striking does not mean that they can get hurt. It means that they can be collided with. They have an actual box. Doing is the one where they can get hurt, like an attack frame can actually hurt them. Throwing means they can be thrown. When you have all three are active. You can have a combination where they have an iframe, but they can still be thrown from that iframe. They can be attacking, but their detect box disappears. They could be attacking, they're thrown invul, but they can still be struck. So that's one thing that most people should know. Now, next thing is this, the ratio. Most people just set that at 100. However, let's say you do an attack and they are supposed to get reduced damage. Well, reduce it. You can increase it. You know. So like this attack will increase their damage by 200%. So if it collides while they're in that frame, their damage will increase. If you do it by 0%, well, they'll take the damage but take no damage. Or they'll do the animation, take no damage. So that's what the ratio does. Now the next thing, which a lot of people never figure out, is this M number. What does that mean? Well, when you change it, nothing happens. You can go up to 19, nothing happens. So what that actually means is you can have multiple detect boxes. So if you have like an awkward thing, like let's say we wanted to make our attack box, his detect box very, very specific. So, well, this is the upper body detect box, which because of his body, you can barely see it on the head, but there's that. But now his lower body detect box is wide. So if we draw a second one like this, something like that. Well, what happens is the two are switching, and because this is 5 frames, they'll actually detect this one. So if I go into animation and turn on frames, as you can see, it's only on that bottom box. Fix this, add this, excuse me, add 1 to this number. Because what that M number does is it gives the object an assigned number. So this is assigned number 0, and this is assigned number 1. No number can coexist at the same time in the same code line. So now that I've done that, if we go into animation, he now has 2 detect boxes. And I can now edit this one. It doesn't affect the upper body one. We can go more specific, add a third one, 3, tick all these, and add that for his arms. And there you go, very specific detect box. Now we're going to leave that. So, now that we have that, let's add our detect boxes for our walking animation. I'm going to copy and paste. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is add a jumping animation, which again, we have done before. Ah, they have a dash for this. Where is jump? There's jump. That's the only jumping frame? I guess so. Okay. We're gonna have a boring behind jump, but he has a jump at least. Alright. So this is neutral jump. Let's do a gravity of, I don't know, 1. And didn't make it long enough. Okay, go to skill. So we're gonna do a cookie cutter build jump. Wow, he is like jumping to the moon. Gravity do I usually use? 40. Oh, I went the wrong way. I did plus, minus, plus. Derp. Okay. That will increase the jump. Okay, and the last thing we need is some kind of landing animation. Jump and floating sprite. Hell yeah. We're doing this professional-like. Sort of. So, landing animation. Oh, he does have a jump animation! Yo, we're getting advanced here. That. 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 And we're gonna say 15, 15, 15. Then we're gonna loop here. Now, one thing I gotta say, um, remember, if you want to have your jumping animations look a little smoother, try to try your best to line up the core of the body. Remember when you jump in real life, uh, try you jump according to the core of your body. That's just how our anatomy works. So don't have this line up to the bottom line. Let's have it line up in the core. Which, eyeballing it, that's about right. Yeah. A little off. Actually, we can have this open. Oh no, we can't open the box, can we? Can't. That's fine. So let's lower this. That's increasing it. Okay. Now we're gonna decrease. There we go. I like that. That works. And now we can decrease it. Now. Maybe because I increased that. Still looks a little awkward. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, you know why it looks weird? It's because it's looped. Okay, anyway, now the final thing is landing animation. So you have one here. There's teching, like an uppercut, jump. I think this one. We'll just say that one because it looks different than the. And landing animations are usually not seen that much anyway, nor are they actually uh, detected. Most games actually have a very small landing animation. Now, we're back to the point of this stream, the tech frame. So, as I said, we'll just draw a box. Now, normally when you're in the air, you can't be thrown, so unless it's an air grab, which that can be covered in another video. So now we have our detect box for hurts, being hurt. So now we're going to do detect condition, which, I'm sorry, that is the wrong. Not detect condition, detect skill. And like I said, I used to just cookie cutter. I started one of my characters jump with a small crouch like Castlevania. Yeah, some games do that and some people are hated for it. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle has a startup animation under jump, so they will be hit. They cannot block. Yeah, but yes, you are right. Landing. You will do landing. So that out. Remember to reestablish your defense frame, your detect frame. So we will go to detect skill, and we're going to hit the frame first. Right! He has a jump apex, so we gotta move this. Back. Draw a new one. And in actuality, what I should be doing, so we're gonna get fancy with this one. So, the reason I'm doing this, and he's gonna have a second box, is because a lot of times you'll see that the feet will go through a character. So when the feet go through the character, it's because they want the character to jump over. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to subdivide this into two sprites. That will not have a striking box or a throw, but they can still, like if they punched a leg, they'll still get hit. But the legs will now go through the character. When we get over here, we're going to go to defense frame, add a second. We're going to do the same exact thing, this foot, just to make sure that it actually is there. And then since the final frame is same thing, we're going to do that, and we're going to loop it. Just like that. Next skill, make sure this is going to the right place. Oh, we got to delete that guy. There we go. Something is not... Ah, I didn't change the number there, so that needs to be 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Go. There we go. So, that is one detect skill done, and we're going to do our infamous copy and paste for the front and forward jumps. We're just going to add a little bit of movement. This is back jump 1. More, more, more. And no, that's too. Yeah, we'll go with that. And we're going to go to detect skill. Just redirect it to the proper one, even though it's the same landing animation. And we got our jump forward and our jump backs. File, save. Do a quick test play of Stickman, sure nothing's gone awry. Oh, my coffee is cold now. Oh, right, it's not WASD. Hey, look at that. That doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Oh my god, I gotta give him a dash. Actually, I need to reduce his jump. He's jumping way too far. Yeah. Crack. Add. Oh, I DS'd my landing frame called landing. Sprite's crouching on the ground. You could do that too. There's actually nothing wrong with that. The reason why I do that is because that's how I was taught. If you do it your way, that's less clutter in one skill, which is also good in itself. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a little too much. I'm too little. Track, file, save. Alright, so falling, if I'm correct, is just the falling animation. And someone's on my door, I'll be right back. And I was just invited to go out to eat, but it was at a restaurant that would give me the runs. There's no delicate way to say it. Alright. That aside, let's copy and paste the falling animation. I think. Oh yeah, there has to be movement. A lot of falling animations actually don't have movement because it's not supposed to need it, but I found it as a good failsafe. So a lot of times when there's a glitch, so they're in the air and oh, here's a good one. A throw animation where they just slide across the ground straight on the ground. Then the game detects them in the air. If you don't put this gravity in, they will be forever falling. They'll never touch the ground. So I added that as a failsafe. So even though that's not how the game you intended it in the game, it makes for a failsafe that people go, "What the f is that?" and then they'll just keep on playing. All right, so I guess it's just labeled differently. Okay. Crouching. Well, let's get our crouch frames in there so we have a full moving character. Where is crouching? Here it is. That doesn't need a loop because auto loops. We know that because of the black text. Yeah, we're not gonna add a crouch animation. We'll just have him snap into crouch pose. That's perfectly fine for me. Oh, but he becomes invincible. And also, his crouch is really tall. His foot also comes off the ground because his kneecap is actually the bottom of the sprite. So we're gonna do defense frame. Gotta add that mid crouch. Yeah, it's an animation thing. I'm gonna skip it for now. Not gonna crash anything. We'll be fine. But so I'm going to take his head off of the detect box because the sprite is so small, and I'm going to add a second one for the head, so he can still be hit and thrown, but they can jump over his head. Sometimes you can take off the doing and striking to allow them to be whatchamacallit, projectile invul in the head just because of height. But maybe you want that height to be a detriment. Who knows? Alright, we're not gonna worry about that. None of that matters. We have our basic character who can now function in this game, minus attacks. Nope, not WASD. But he can move forward, he can move back, jump up, forward, he can jump back, and he can crouch. Yeah. Looks good. Alright, so let's add some attacks for him. So I only do that so I can actually have some separation. Now, we're just gonna follow FM Fighter's formula. Peak stand. But I'm going to add some different reactions so I can just demonstrate the point of these conditions. So let's go into here, attack, view, large icon, extra large. Here we go, I like this one, basic punch attack. That, add that. Okay. Very offset. That lines up perfectly. That does not. And another tick forward. Yeah, I like that. So let's give this 8 frames of startup, 8 frames of 10. No, yeah, 8 frames. Yeah, 10 frames of. Oh wait, no, we'll keep it 8. 8 frames, and then recover for 8 frames. We'll just loop this again. There we go. So now we're gonna go to our defense box, which we all know. Now his arm is out. We don't want that to be like invincible. We're gonna not do striking. Yeah, we're not gonna do striking, and we're not gonna do throwing because I think that's kind of stupid. Where it's like he put his arm out, you can grab it. I used to do that, and I found out it was very bad. But this is also his attack, so let's add his attack. We'll just say 5, and yeah, that's good enough for now. Defense frame, delete that one. Gonna add the attack frame. There we go. File, save. Now, let's go to our commands. We're gonna assign it. Add command. Stand. Put it as D because that is usually what it is in Street Fighter. Stand. Peak stand. Okay. So for the reaction, if it hits, we're gonna go that, that, which is actually gonna whiff because it's so tall. Crouching. Die. Alright. Now let's add our hurt frames. Let's use that in. Give it a little bit. I put that in the wrong order. That's fine. Copy paste. Copy paste because I don't know how that's gonna look. Yeah, that might be too much. Okay. And now we're gonna add a movement. Have him move back just ever so slightly. Save. And let's just see how that looks real quick. Oh my god, the stiff time is terrible. It's why is that so high? Okay. So that is still really high. We'll turn that down. Alright, let's again. That's a lot better. He doesn't have a detect box, but add that now. Defense frame. Defense frame. There we go. So, now I'm going to use this to demonstrate a couple points. Like I said, this whole thing is about detection conditions. We covered the basic ones that we already know about. So, what if make this guy hit all, we want him to hit the wall and then bounce forward. So, let's add a down state. And we're going to go BMP. Actually, the down state I just remembered is not there. It's here for some reason. Add that. Let's just make it 15 frames. And I don't know why my mic keeps turning off on me. That is so weird. Add a new skill, and we're gonna call it Get Up. This is going to go to script movement, go to skill, and we're gonna set it to Get Up. I'm gonna set that to 25. Get Up animation will just be crouching animation, which I know is stupid. Don't do it. But we're just going to use that just for the sake of this video. And make sure you add a defense frame to your down sprite, because you don't want it that they can walk right through them. Alright, so what we're going to do is going to add a new animation called wall bounce. So, and what's going to happen is we're going to take this sprite, take that part off. I'm going to say go to skill. I'm going to say move, and we're going to add our gravity, which I think I put as 8. Yeah, 0.8. Sorry. And he's going to move like 2, we'll say, and I'll have him jump forward 5. Not move. Is that wrong? -3. Oh, I'm doing plus again. My question is, why is he going up so high? Oh, because I did negative. Catch me on these things. I'm not perfect. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to use detect skill, and we're going to make this like a jump. So when he lands, he's going to go to down. Alright? I'm going to make Get Up animation. See it? So the second he hits the ground, he lands in the down state. So why are we doing this? Well, this sets up for a chain of events. What we're going to do now is we're going to change this. When he gets punched, he's going to go skyrocketing to the wall. So we're going to do script go to, and we're going to loop this last frame. So now how he's slowly sliding, that's what we want. But let's make it super exaggerated. He's going to go really fast. Faster than that. There we go. Now, from here, I'm going to go to the very beginning, add detect skill, and we're going to pick hit the wall. And it's exactly what you think. When they hit the wall, you can redirect it. So we're going to go to our wall bounce. So now that we've simply done that, what's going to happen is he gets hit. We're going to say, are you hitting the wall? The answer is no. So we're going to move to the left. Here's our detect box. Here's our picture. And we're going to loop this picture until we hit the wall. Once we hit the wall, then this will play. So if I did that correctly, just like that. Beautiful wall bounce animation. Now we're going to save. Test it out. Punch. And it doesn't matter the distance. It will always happen. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Perfectly balanced. Alright. Now, we have other things here. We got landing, attack hits, defending, hit, in offset, while throw. So, let's explore them. Let's start at, we know what landing is. Attack hits is pretty obvious. So, let's do it this way. We're going to do detect skill, attack hits. Now we're going to copy and paste this right here. It's not there. I'm a liar. Fill that out. Add new skill. Wall slide slash bounce, I guess. Copy, paste. That's good. Gonna be hit the wall. Now we're gonna change this back to 1. But now I'm gonna keep that loop. So it's back to this. And as you can see, the second he hits the wall, he doesn't bounce anymore. So now we're going to enter our fight. Hit him. Oh, wait. I'm wrong. I am thinking opposite. Come on, wake up. Attack hits as if their attack hits. So I was doing that wrong. I'm a liar. But we need to go down here. Score all of that from your memory. So, I'm sorry, detect skill. If the attack hits, add skill, stand, combo. I am very sorry, I can't believe I actually forgot how things work, but that is just me. So we're gonna put this back to hit the wall. That. Okay. And this attack hits. We're gonna go weak stand combo. And we're gonna do I'm getting a little creative here, pardon me. That. Add this. And we'll add this. Yeah, okay. So, what's gonna happen is, when this attack hits, I'm gonna have him jump forward and do a flying sidekick. I'm gonna copy over this frame because that's what I need. Copy this guy, put it over here. Copy this one, put it at the end. There. Okay. So we're going to do go to skill, and we're going to hit that. Rise this guy up so he can have a little bit of line up. Good. I have a movement frame. Oh, there he is. I want this to be fast. So we're going to go move. Now we're going to add. Okay. Oh, gotta stop that gravity. So, I don't understand why this isn't working the way I want. Get 0. Why is it not stopping it? Oh, that's why. Any way to add a double jump? Yeah, there is a way. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen. I'll give this guy a double jump, so give me 1 second after I finish this animation. Okay. So we add defense frame. Yeah, I have a reason for that. Defense frame. Air now. And defense frame. Come on. There we go. Draw a second defense frame. Fancy. Legs. That. Gonna do attack hits. Now, actually, we're gonna let this one run out. So how I'm gonna do this is no, we'll do it this way. That's fine. Fence frame. Actually, I need to line that up with his body. Yep. Be lazy with this one since I'm only demonstrating a couple points. Fence frame. Delete that. Okay. Hell is this one? Beat that guy out. Oh, crap. That, boys and girls, is when you accidentally delete an image. It's a brand new character. I haven't made a lot. I don't know what that random defense frame was. There's that. That's a little. Okay, close enough. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add an attack frame. Leg. That. Add some power to it. Did I put power on? Yeah, I did. I'm going to make this the hit weak stand as well, just for simplicity's sake. And going to do a detect skill here. Landing, and we're going to do lazy, we'll just recycle that frame. We need to delete the attack frame. And let's give him some movement. Gonna give him some gravity, which, positive, right? Yeah, positive. We'll do a failsafe. Tech skill if he hits the wall. That way he doesn't do it forever. Hit the wall. No, is this the wrong skill? That's the wrong skill. Condition fork. Right here. Condition fork detect skill. Hit the wall. Goes straight to here. So now if he does that, yep, exactly what I want. I'm gonna go condition fork. Nope, script movement, go to skill. And we're gonna loop this. So if he hits the wall, now he bounces off. So, yeah, they do. I'm gonna go Stickman, and we're gonna... This. But what should happen is, he should punch him and then chase after him with a flying sidekick. Yep. And it doesn't combo because I didn't make a combo. But I'm not doing any other inputs. If we want to make a combo, we can just do a continue hits on that. So now it's punch. Oh, that's odd. He hits. Maybe the other one also needs to be continued. Let's try that. Nope. Well, but that's not what we're trying to figure out. The point is, I'm doing one attack, and then that second animation where he does the flying sidekick works. So, probably because it's being read as one skill. Oh, no, because this is... Oh, that should be cancelled. I'll put it over there just to see. If not, let's go to the double jump question. Yep, still not working, so I don't know. Oh! I know why. Because there's no hit reaction for the air. So if I do this, then it'll work. It's not going to animate because it doesn't work, but well, if I do this, it'll work. There we go, see? Oh, wow, double. That's funny. Yep, so there we go. I actually got away with using hit weak stand because it's detected on the wall. But anyway, let's answer this double jump question. I don't know if he left yet, but I'm gonna answer it, and it will be posted in the Discord, which I need to put a link anyway. So how I did a double jump, I based it off of the normal jump. So can't, in my opinion, you shouldn't make the double jump in the commands, but you can. If you do, that means they can double jump literally whenever they want. The trick to a double jump is by using a variable. So if we add a new skill and we call it double jump, copy this over, and we're going to save condition fork variable, and we're going to say character variable A because I don't believe I've used that. I'm going to say it's the same. Wait, yeah, it's the same. We're going to go to some kind of fail frame, I believe. Something that doesn't work. So I'm going to say falling, which might be a bad idea, but I'm going to do falling for now. Then we're going to go after it, add a variable, character variable, and we're going to say add +1. So now, I personally did mine in a command. So condition fork, set command input, and let's just say up. And the command time will make 10, I guess. Double jump. File, save. So now what will happen is actually this will disable it altogether. I don't even need the variables because it's going to loop before the command. So actually, to demonstrate my point first, let's delete the variables. What I'm saying is true. Yep, he has a double jump, and I am mashing up. He is not double jumping again. By simply using a command input, I gave him a double jump. Now, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, wait, I get what you mean. Yeah, I'll get to that also. So, that's how you do a double jump using command divergence, but the problem with this is you literally need to do it at a certain frame. If you miss it, then it's clunky. I'm going to change mine. So we're going to do a double jump in the commands, which it here in itself has its own problems, but we're gonna do it anyway in here. So here and in the air, pick double jump. So now we'll delete this out, and now we're gonna add the variable. So we got variable, as I said, character variable 1. If it's the same, I'm gonna go to falling, different, and then if it's different, it'll skip it. And then here we'll add 1 to that same variable. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. No condition. Replace or add. Now we'll go with replace. Now to reset this, I usually put like a variable right at the beginning of this and say character variable A is 0. Because double jump can only be used through neutral jump, which will always happen first. So, actually, yeah, no, that 10 should be fine. If I did this correctly. Nope, too strict. Find 2. So what was happening is I tapped up once, and then all of a sudden the double jump came out already. Double jump is still coming out. That's too short. Okay, now I'm getting a single to jump up. Too short. I can't do the double jump now. Okay. There we go. So, perfectly functioning double jump. And if I tap it really fast, as you can see, it instantly goes to the double jump. Now, that is kind of my issue, but this seems to work. So, I am now mashing up every time I double jump, and as you can see, because of the variable, it's not working. Actually, it doesn't even matter with the variable. Now that I think about it, the reason why it's not working is because it's reading this, and then I say double jump. Now it goes here. It adds the variables, but then it just loops right here until he falls. So again, the variables aren't doing much. The issue here is he's not in neutral. So in order to fix that, we're going to make this 1 frame, and we're going to make it redirect to falling, because falling is your air neutral, in case you didn't know that. So this would allow him to air block. It would allow him to air block. It will allow him to do basically do everything that he's supposed to do. Air block and air attack. Now the variable should come into play. So, okay, this is oddly convenient. See how he's slowly falling down? Now see how it's flickering active and inactive? That's me trying to double jump again. I have disabled it through that variable. So now he can't infinitely double jump. And the gravity is probably wrong here, that's probably why. No, it's not wrong. I don't understand why it's making him move slow, but whatever. Oh well. So that's how I would make a double jump. There's two methods right there. Seems that 2 frames is a good amount for it to be done in the command frame, or you can just do a command input. But if you do a command input and you're not looping it within itself, you have to use variables. And if you do loop it within yourself and within itself, what's going to happen is this isn't a neutral frame. So you're going to be caught in an animation. So what this means is, see if I can, if this, that way I don't need to reanimate something. Nope, not that. So his weak punch should be his air attack. It is. Okay. So, let's say I have this loop here. I shouldn't be able to attack. Yeah, I'm mashing attack. And as you can see, nothing is coming out. He is staying in double jump. So, that's why we don't loop it to this animation. We actually want it to loop at fall, or make it go to falling. If we do that, then he is free to do his attacks again. Because a double jump is still neutral. See, now I can attack. Falling is your air neutral. It doesn't mean they're falling, it means air neutral for some reason. I don't know why it's translated wrong. Alright? So when you make your double jump, make sure you use falling. Now the other thing I need to point out, yes, it animates correctly, but because double jump is not a bold black letter, the beginning of all this animation that I just copied and pasted, they cannot attack, they cannot block, because it is considered its own animation. You're going to need to do some command inputs in between the frames, subdivide this into all 1 frames, etc., etc. So when you make your double jump, you need to keep that in mind. If anything, you should try to implement falling within the double jump for your animation. Use, I don't know, call skill and have falling in there, so that way you can have him still in neutral, because as it sits, while it visually looks correctly, he cannot air block, he cannot attack during the beginning frames here. So, that is a double jump. Alright, now that we had our segue, let's continue on with this detect skill. So, next one on the list is while defending. Okay, so as I thought, I'm going to add detect skill, defending. I'm going to add a block. Actually, no, I think defend is for the opponent. Yeah, it is for the opponent. Okay. So let's add a block animation, character defense. Nope. New. Great. Defense frame. Yeah, the video will be archived. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Glad you got some help. Truly, I am. Alright, and we're gonna hit move. Negative movement. Add a little more time for his frames. 15 seems significant, sufficient. Alright, now he has a block. So now, if we hit defending, he will do the flying sidekick. If not, actually, yep. If it hits, that's what happens. Now if I make the person defend, see how he does the flying sidekick now? Holy shit! The attack hits, it's just a regular punch. If he defends, now he does the flying sidekick. And let's just add some guard frames so we can block the whole thing. Right? So that only happens because he's blocking. Which, that's interesting because I put the wrong animation anyway. Anywho, let's put the right animation so I can demonstrate my point. He gets hit, he goes to the wall. He blocks, and I missed the block. There we go, now he's blocking. So that's how you... Oh, he's block lock. I'm actually not holding the button anymore. And I completely broke the game. There's nothing I can do. He's stuck in a loop, and that guy is forever blocking. Oh, there we go. I crouched it. Boom. Fix the game. God damn this headset, stop turning off on me! I don't think I'm ever gonna do this again. I might switch to my actual my actual dynamic microphone that I use for music recording if this before my RPG. Yeah, that corner pressure. That's not a real thing, obviously, but that's what the defending does. If an attack hits while they're blocking, that's what it does. Now, I already demonstrate hit the wall. So now, in offset, this one is a very interesting thing. So, what will happen is, if an attack frame hits another attack frame, it will activate something else. So, what we're going to do is, we're gonna change this back to bending. We're gonna make a new skill again, and we're gonna call it counter. Now all it is no. All it is an attack box. So we're gonna copy over our neutral frame, attack frame, and we're going to draw it on him. And we're gonna find while receiving. Now we're gonna do condition fork, detect skill in offset, and if it happens, he will do his flying sidekick. Now we will go to commands, give it add command, cross counter, and we're gonna make it E. Standing and far counter. And we will give it a time of 25 frames. Okay, so see how he's flickering red? If I hit that while he's red, so here's a regular attack. There we go. See how he did the flying sidekick? So, counter. Boom. That's how you make a counterattack. None of the BS of, whatchamacallit, detect boxes underneath or anything. That's actually how you make a counterattack. Oh, well, to be fair though, if you do this, they will take 0 damage. But that's how in offset does. Now, the last one I have never used, so unfortunately I need to say I'm inexperienced with it, but it's supposed to be used while in throws. I know there are a lot of games out there that actually use it, but I have no idea how to use it because I've never used it. When I use a throw, I usually make it an attack. It just has an animation. So, sorry, I don't know how to demonstrate that last one. But now we've demonstrated all the conditions, at least in here. So a variable is its own condition, and so is a detect command input and random. But those are the basic conditions that we want to look at. These are Okay, these are fairly self-explanatory, but well, yeah, we can go over them, I guess. So, detect condition is fairly, oh, come on, thank you. It's fairly basic. It is what it defines. It's not like detect skill where it's a little bit cryptic. So, if let's say we go here, right on the attack frame, at the end of attack frame, let's say detect condition, and we say if forward is tapped. If forward is tapped, he will do the counter. Let's say that. So right now, as you can see, he's doing his light punch just normal. If I tap forward at some point, he should go into his counter. There we go. If I hold the button, will it work? Oh, holding the button works. So if I do forward, as you can see, that attack box appears. But because I don't delete the defense boxes, those remain as well. So that's what if tap forward, if tap back, whatever, all these four at the bottom, that's what happens to it. If it's failed, like you don't press that, then it will automatically do it. So I'm not pressing forward, see how he's going straight into counter. If I press forward, now he's doing the attack as normal. So that's what the formed and failed mean. So next one is if they're standing, it will play. So I'm not pressing anything, I'm just tapping the button. The second he's done, because it's technically standing, he goes into the counter. Now if I hold down while that animation is playing, as you can see, it now skips the counter and goes through the whole animation. If I press back, it's still considered standing. Same thing with forward. If I hold up, he has a animation where he recovers, so it doesn't work. But crouching, I can time it correctly. It would actually help if I'm pressing the right button too. Crouching, since I never made an animation, it skips it. Now, if we go into crouching, that's the opposite. And guarding, if they're guarding, we can use that over here actually. So let's go to block, condition fork, set condition, if guarding, have them do the counter. So now I believe if I attack and the attack is block, they should go into the counter anim. Right, I forgot about that. Well, he did. So let's take that off real quick. See how he goes into the counter animation after he blocks? That's all it is. So it's not, it disables it. Guarding, if you put it in the block animation, then it'll activate standing, neutral, crouching, neutral, and if a direction is tapped. That's all that the detect, detect condition is. So I went over variables already, and I went over skills. I'm going to do a more in-depth look in variables later tonight. I will do another stream later tonight at around 11 p.m. Eastern. I will talk about looping things. There is more than one way to loop besides this go-to skill, and that is what I'm going to go over. I'm going to prep for my RPG Maker XP stream here from here. I'm going to take a about a 30-minute break, so I hope to see some new faces there or some people who are interested in RPG Maker. Are there any questions before I sign out on this point? I know I probably only have one viewer. Actually, it says I have 4 viewers, but I don't know who those other 4. I know one is one is me because I have my test. I have Twitch open. Go ahead, don't be shy. As I said, ask questions. No. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for now then. I will see everyone later.